Mines faculty, student, and staff can no longer access library resources simply by logging into the VPN. Instead, you'll have to authenticate via the library's Easy Proxy server to access databases, journal articles, ebooks, and more. This is a fairly easy process, and today I'm going to show you 4 ways that you can access materials quickly and effectively using the proxy server. First, we recommend that you begin your research on the library's homepage. All of our catalog materials, e-journals, databases, and research guides are already set up to authenticate you as a Mines library user. Let's try a basic search. So, one of the easiest ways to get started in your research is simply to begin in the library's catalog and locate items you might be interested in. Let's search for fish ladders, for example. When you identify an item in the library's catalog that you're interested in accessing, such as this article here from Marine and Freshwater Behavior and Physiology, simply open it up. Click on the database of your choice, and you will be taken directly to the item. If this is your first time during your session logging in from off campus, you may be prompted for your Mines username and password, just like you would for Canvas or Trailhead. As you can see up here, we have been authenticated. You can see the Mines information is part of the web address. If you're sharing items from the library's catalog with colleagues or students, we highly recommend you use this permalink in the middle of the page. This is a stable URL that contains proxy information that will ensure that your students and colleagues can get back to the information you need. Never ever share this top link because it is not stable. Most faculty and researchers choose to go directly to a database, either via a research guide or via our databases list. Let's say, for example, I would like to go to Web of Science. It's a database I use frequently, and it's always where I get started in my research. Instead of bookmarking and saving this link, what I would recommend is that you bookmark and save this Web of Science link. Then if there are any updates to the Web of Science address, our team takes care of it and your link does not change. So there. That way you don't have to update bookmarks every time there's a web address change. Again, if this was my first time accessing this material during this session, I would be prompted to sign in just as I would for Canvas or Trailhead. Now, one of the easiest ways to tell that you have gotten to materials that we subscribe to is first you'll see up at the top, right, our Mines information up there. You also should see some sort of branding somewhere on the page that indicates you're a Mines user. So Web of Science puts it down towards the bottom. Many other databases put it up somewhere around up in here. So that's an easy way to tell if you've authenticated successfully. Now we know many researchers choose not to start their research on the Mines library homepage. Let's say, for example, that you are a avid Google Scholar user. Now, the important thing to know about Google Scholar is that it will help you get into our materials, but you have to tell Google Scholar that you're a Mines affiliated user. So, up under the hamburger, and then under settings, you can set up your library links. So for most people, all you'll see the first time you do this is this open WorldCat. It's sort of a common default. What you need to find is this one. So we just type in Colorado School of Mines. We hit search. There's a lot of options. Just make sure that you check the View It at Minds option and save. Then you can do your search. So again, I'm looking for fish ladders. And now when I search Google Scholar, I see the View It at Minds option. So this means that these are all journal articles that the library subscribes to and that you have access to. So I could go directly to Wiley here or here, but instead I'm going to click on View It at Minds and go through the library's catalog in order to access it. This will ensure that I'm authenticated if need be and that I get to the access that the library provides for me instead of hitting a paywall. There's our Wiley Online Library. One more click would then get me to my journal article. If you do not have your cookies turned on and you do a search and you do not see View It at Minds, double check your settings because they may have changed. Many faculty also have many bookmarks that they link to directly, and they prefer that as their method for accessing library resources. It's also possible to update your bookmarks to ensure that they include the proxy information so that you can easily get to the journals and databases that you use frequently. From the Minds Library homepage, click on our Off-Campus Access Guide. It lives on the right side of the page. Our proxy prefix information is right on the first page of the guide. What you need to do is highlight and copy it. And then let's say, for example, I'm a frequent user of SpringerLink. If I go to SpringerLink, as I can see, here's the basic link. This is something that I might have bookmarked in the past. What I do is I highlight the link, and then at the very beginning of it, I add my prefix information. So now it's got my prefix equals, and then that link to my database or my journal. Now, when I log in, I know that I have Minds access and I am authenticated and I can get to all of the SpringerLink materials. So you do have the option of updating all of your bookmarks, your currently existing bookmarks, with the prefix in order to get to the information quickly. Our Off-Campus Access Guide also has information on other tools that can be useful. Many Minds users prefer to search using Google Chrome. Chrome offers an easy proxy extension that you can install that will help you to add the prefix every time you search. So you just download and add the extension, and then once you have it, it will live up here with your other extensions, and when you have a link such as SpringerLink, you click on it, it adds the prefix information and takes you to our subscribed material. This page on the Off-Campus Access Guide also contains information about Google Scholar and making sure that you have the library settings in Google Scholar. And if you are a Zotero user, Zotero offers a connector that also includes the proxy so that you don't have to, every time you download an item into Zotero, it will include the proxy information for you. These have been 4 easy ways to access library materials via the Easy Proxy server. If at any point you are frustrated, unable to access the material you'd like, continue to hit a paywall, please reach out to the research team and we will work with you to address your issues. Clicking on the Help button on the library's homepage will take you to your options. You can submit a ticket and a research librarian will get back to you. You can book a consultation one-on-one with a librarian to work through your research workflow and see if we can identify places where we can simplify the process for you, or you can chat if there is a librarian on duty. So don't forget, the Help as well as the Off-Campus Access Guide are available in the upper right corner of the library's website.